So, the worst part here at the start is obviously I forgot my flask. I sort of, every week before we've gone to patch first. So at the start of the raid, I thought I'm going to wait to flask, and then I'll pop my tank flask for patchwork. And then swap to DPS flask. And then we went military quarter, and I just didn't like register my brain that I had to change something. And I didn't pre-pot either. But I got my omen up before the poll, which is good. I'm opening with a shred because we have an arms warrior in the raid. So here I'm going to swap to rip idol, but I get way too hasty with my hands, and I like end up double swapping idols before I rip, which just like griefs me quite a lot. Then I decide to go for Mangle Weave on this fight. Which, our fight is pretty short, so probably was slightly better to do lacerate, but only slightly. There I should have had a shred idol, right, coming out of bear form this time, because my rip is good. Yeah, so I should go shred. My timings kind of like overlap my my weak aura. Maybe I should move that.
I know your target.
I'm gonna try it there. And here, I'll bear weave, and then I should swap to rip idol coming out of this. Got the B res in there. Doing my utility job. Oh, here I see him like target me, so I go bear form and pop defensives right at the end. So honestly, like, it wasn't even that bad. Looking back on it, in my mind I thought it was going to be worse. I think it's just like not having the flask, not using my pre-pot, and then the double idol swap at the start. That was pretty bad. I got 2 uses of gloves though, which is like the correct amount. I used the bomb the second half of the fight. Oh well. This raid I was trying to flower shift on trash, because when we were looking at logs from like Not Mood and some of the other like big overall DPS logs, there was a lot of flower shift. They were doing like really good AoE. I think this is a lot better this week than last. For overall, let's take a look. Day was okay. So 800 DPS higher on trash. I mean, just to take it at face value. Pretty good. Pretty nice, yeah. I think I'm gonna keep doing that, but I need to get more reagents. I ran out. I ran out at some point. Dude, this happens to me when I'm in bear form. Um, yeah, that can certainly be an issue. The Gothic is a meme fight, so we'll skip that. How long was my ex now? Oh my ex is not next after this, right? No, it's Four Horsemen after this. And then Four Horsemen, we're doing the achievement strat. So I'm just like full tank here. So you can see I got on my my dad bod gear for Four Horsemen. It parsed me as cat though. That's this week, right? That I'm looking at. Yeah. And okay. I was but for this run I was in full tank gear. We did this achievement strat before, and I remember at one point it got pretty dicey for me as a tank, so I decided that like my threat and damage doesn't really matter when we're trying to go for the achievement, and it's far more important that I just try and be unkillable. So that's what I went for this week. Which also means I did not very much DPS. I mean, even if this was like a tank parse, it still wouldn't be very good. I probably lost a bunch of damage on Four Horsemen too, right? Probably lost like 500k, so I'm probably like a million down overall. Of tanking Patchwork and Four Horsemen. So I would have been like 15 point. Yeah, so I would have been like pretty much bang on middle of the pack, I think. We'll skip past this one. I like this pull. I'll talk about this pull a little bit. This is one that a lot of people don't do. We did it kind of oddly. Like usually, yeah. So basically, you grab these guys because this pack of A bombs in the front room, they have stuns, right? They do the AoE stuns. And then after them, there's this other pack, right, that we drag in. So all these dudes have AoE stuns for the most part. But then what we do is we do them all as one Gigapull, and we pop free action potion. So you can have a FAP up for this whole pull. Everyone can AoE. Oh, you know what happened there? My flower macro bugged out. Yeah, see, I end up swapping to a DPS weapon while I'm in caster form, which like should never happen, because the macro has this line, so this equip should never happen in caster form. We should try and get like this issue fixed or looked into. And then we do patchwork. So what did I want to see on patchwork? Okay. Was it reasonable for me to solo tank it? Or like solo the hatefuls? Let's look at friendly resources. So here's me. And sometimes Scrub got hit. So somehow Scrub got hit by this first one. Did he pop something that like increases his HP? Or was I just low to get in range? I look at this like as if I uh as if I know what the DK shit is. Pyrrhic blood. Okay, yeah, so he did pop this at the start. So I think that's why he got hit by that first one instead of me. Alright, so he gets hit there. Healed up. That'll be the same reason why he gets hit there. Then when he gets hit here, I'm at 78%. And I can eat another one for sure. Oh, I think I forgot to do armor pot. A second armor pot, right? Like I used it on pole. Then didn't repot. Okay, no, I didn't have to repot. It was up the whole time. I mean, a little bit right at the end. So I think this should be enough to like hold off any of the DPS, right? If I'm at 75% health. Because my health... And I have, what, 46k health? No, more. 48k. I have 48k. I have like 36k, right? If I'm at 75%. And that should be enough, right? Should totally be enough to hold over any of the DPS. So then this one just would have hit me again. So this would have been safe for me to take. And I take a bunch of hatefuls. Here I get like hit a bunch of times. So again I'm at like 77. And Scrub gets hit. This one looks kind of sketchy. A little bit. I got hit down to 45%. How hard did that hit me? I hit 44. 46 seconds. Can hit me for 26k? Is that the biggest one? It's close to 27k sometimes. Okay. Oh. I would have still been able to live, but this probably kills the DPS, right? I'm probably not higher HP than a DPS on this one. Should be fine. This should be fine. This would probably be a DPS dying. I think it would have been like 3 DPS deaths. I mean, like unless not having Scrub as a soaker like would have meant that I got topped up faster. The Gluth was fast, right? Tonight. Oh, Grob was like super scuffed. We like ass pulled Grob. Yeah. We like ass pulled Grob while doing Giants. Yeah. This was not intentional. Yeah, so we're killing these dudes, and then Grob just comes fucking walking down. Good pickup by Marty, like, quick on the ball. I should just bear weave there, right? Like, or maybe I went for lacerates. Did I go for a lacerate stack? Not really. Or I guess I did. I ate that omen in bear form. Okay. This was pretty sloppy, actually. I didn't realize I scuffed my omen so hard on Grob. Was it worth to go for lacerate? Like, slightly. Slightly. Might be at a point next week that, like, lacerate weave is, like, not relevant on almost anything. Oh, and then I went for some bites at the end. There was one fight, I think it was Thaddeus, where I did several bites because I thought the boss was almost dead. Oh, I have my tank. Yeah, someone reminded me here, tank flask. Dude. I should get like a flask weak aura or something. Alright. Then we go straight to Gluth. This main goal could have been first of all, I think I'm not sure if it's correct to start with Shred Idol or start with Rip Idol. I mean, I know I'm pretty confident that it's correct to do at least one idol swap during Berserk, but I'm not sure if it's correct to do two. And if you do one idol swap, then you're starting with Rip Idol and swapping to do Shred after. If you start with Shred Idol, then you really should do two, I think. I could probably bite here, honestly. Okay, Gluth I also decide to lacerate. Yeah, this is just too short for lacerate, like, for sure. And then I needed to do the idol swap, like, attached to bear form. And here I need to get an idol swap. Oh, I just went for bite. Is that what I saw? A bite. I mean, there's 22 seconds left, right? Like, this is just not it. Byte. Byte divided by rip ticks. Yeah. So this means like if there's like 13, 14 seconds left in the fight, that's like the break point for byte versus rip. So that for sure just should have been another rip on Gluth. What am I doing on Guft? 2 rips, yeah, so this just rips. Even here, it like might be correct to rip. I mean, that second one, like here, 18 seconds left. Yeah, it's probably still correct. I mean, this might be a little off because of execute, but probably still right to rip. And then last rights fall off. This is just sloppy. That byte at least was correct. What happened on Thaddeus? I thought Thaddeus felt good this week. We didn't wait very long. I thought I had good, like pretty good RNG. I thought my rotation was solid. I don't think I parsed that well though. 98. I like just low roll crits or something? Not really. Like a little bit. So this is like why I think it's wrong to have the shred idle macroed into your rip. I mean, I end up swapping the shred idle here after this rip. But this is just a misplay, right? Because I do a bear weave next. And I swap because I think like there's gonna, yeah, I go for another rip, but there's like 5 seconds left. I should have just been a bite. Maybe a roar to take it to Thaddeus. I wonder if I should like wait to rip till here. What is the Thaddeus debuff exactly? What's the damage? What's the damage multiplier? Does anyone know? I could, yeah, it could be that. Could be that. But I feel like it was just only like very few seconds I had to delay the rip. So like here I should refresh rip, right? To snapshot in this buff. I think Thaddeus is like the big one for that kind of thing. And then here it's like there's so little left. I decide to just write it out. I need a bear weave. Yeah, save that. So I end up like capping some energy, but I think it had to be done. I was innervate right at the inner. I could have stayed in bear longer there, right? Could have done a mangle. I mean, rip is like coming up soon. So maybe this would. No, but it's not even that soon, right? Because I have the extensions, which I don't actually get. That's kind of scuffed. Yeah, because the boss ends up facing me. So I guess that was fine. I have a decent amount of like mangle spam. Oh, I went for another bite. Dude, I was like biting pretty aggressively. Is this bite correct? I think it's okay, honestly. Because my next roar doesn't have to be very big because the fight's almost done. And there's a lot of time left on rip. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. That looked really clean. Where'd I lose the damage? Yeah. I don't know. I think it was just Gluth that was especially bad. I think those Thad bites were pretty solid. At least the end of fight bite. I think that one was good. I definitely had two bad bites on. Bit of flower shifting for AoE. Okay, so Noth, you always know that Noth is a Mangleweave fight, right? Because He phases at 90 seconds. Was my pre-pot late? No, my pre-pot was good. I should have done a rip idle swap coming out of there, I think. Oh, this was my issue. Oh, dude, that hurt. Right? I'm like just about to reapply rip, and then I feral charge him, and then he moves, and I don't even get the rip on the charge. How long was rip down for then? Bad boy. That's pretty painful. Although, I mean, does this make a difference, right? 5 seconds to the end, and then here it's down for 3 seconds, like 8. Probably not. Like, I'll probably never do a third rip, right? Like, I think bite is just more at this point. So, I mean, this downtime, like, it looks worse than it is. I think it ends up, like, not actually mattering. Kind of weird to think about. Then, then after that rip, I could have gone back to my my shred idle. Right, because I have Tiger's Fury here, and then I have a bunch of energy. I just like get like a brain fart from all the running around. Right, I do like 2, 4, 5. I do 5 shreds. I think that was worth getting my idol. Here, that should be a bite, I think. I realize it here, right? I realize at this point that the fight is like too short to get another rip. I don't think I get like a second bite. I don't know. I mean, that looks fine other than the long teleport, right? I had downtime there, but there's not really much that I could. Like, I don't think that's a me issue. I don't know. It's fine. That better. Yeah, a nice little bit better. I'm using the same gear as last week. The same gear. No bumping gear. So that's all just me figuring it out. Well, I mean not just me figuring it out. That's also our kill time getting shorter. So here I get the pre-pot and everything. Fine. They were I talked about this after, but they were cleansing like the wrong thing. I think they were cleansing like a DK pet instead of their gargoyles, because they were trying to focus more on keeping the gargoyles alive. And then they ended up like cleansing the wrong thing a bunch, and then we almost died. Hold on, what's going on with my rotation here? This part looks good. I go for lacerate. Hagen's just another one that is I should never lacerate though. Right? Because the dance phase. Yeah. This one should also always be mangle. Angle weave. I mean, maybe I'll resim the breakpoint. Maybe I'll sim it after this. Wait, let's sim it in the background. In the background. We want to look at 90 seconds. Lacerate. I'm pretty sure I messed this part up. That part was a shred, which was right. There, I think I should have swapped to rip idle. I think it's pretty consistent that like coming out of your first bear weave, you're there to refresh rip. So you come out with the rip idle, but your Tiger's Fury is up and you have really high energy, right? Like this is a really common situation. So I think in this one it's like you should always do a mid-cat swap, right? Here it's rip idle. And then this is a swap because I then end up doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I end up with 5 shreds. That could have been buffed by rip. So I think swapping for 5 shreds is like totally worth it. Then here I swap rip idle, right? I do not. Oh, I end up not using rip idle at all on that one. Shame. That's clearly a misplay. This is bite. Yeah, nice bite. Yeah, I mean, that looked really good. Just some idle. I mean, should have been mangle weave instead of lacerate weave, and a bit of mismanaging of my idols, but other than that, pretty good. I get nah, dude. I mean, the breakpoint that we talk about is usually 90 seconds, right? And for Hygen, he goes on his platform, right? Dance starts at 90 seconds. Like it's a timed phase transition. So if you're gonna beat the dance, then lacerate weave is not worth because you're under 90 seconds. 80 seconds or oh Jim. Coming in. I'm actually re-simming it right now, the 90 second. No, did you like rank 1 or like you got a crazy Gluth, Jim? You should be able to link it in the chat. I don't think you'll get banned by a Nightbot. In this. Set it to angle. Ooh, that's hot. Because of the movement? I mean, I don't think that should matter for like lacerate versus mangle. Like your mauls get griefed regardless of you. Dude, Lotheb was like, oh, Lotheb was a disaster. And they put me 4th spore group again. I don't know. It's okay. But then, dude, someone popped the spore before I got to it, and I like had my I did like some dumb shit. I think I like got super griefed. Holy moly! All right, well, let's take a look. Walk in. Then I hold the berserk. I got the quick rip, so that part was fine. And I think generally I think it is correct to hold Berserk for Spore. Not super sure though. Yeah, like, the fuck is this shit? But I decided I want to get, because the crit snaps in. They all rocket boots to it. Is that already 5 there? Did someone go off assignment for 4-4? Alright, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, dude. Ooh, there's like 6 people going for this spore. Did Lesion get it? I don't think so. I think he was too far. Right, because he doesn't have the debuff. But this was like huge grief, right? Because I was waiting for that to snapshot the crit percent into my rip. Um, and then it just wasn't there. Yeah, show them the scientific spore chart. We'll finish looking at this Lotheb, and then we'll let Jim flex on us. And then I let Lacerate fall. Dude, this is just like Lacerate falls off, and then I run over here. Oh, I don't even want to like watch. Like already so scuffed. I was in bait there. My Lotheb part is not as good. I mean, how could it be after watching that? But I end up. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. That was like, I mean, the Lacerate falling off is like that one's on me. But I don't know. The spore thing griefed me hard. Okay. I mean, that looked like pretty reasonable other than the big disaster. Okay, how is a noob? Oh wait, no, we're gonna look at Jim. Dude, huge, 7.4. This Lacerate? Yeah, oh, wow. Pretty nice. Not even like super crazy crit either. Just honest. Honest pumping. You love to see it, man. Good shit, Jim. What did I do on a noob? Oh, dude, this is when I realized I ran out of my reagents here. I need to bring like way more if I want to flower shift trash like that. Okay, so I'll go for the mangles. Nubricon. Yeah, I mean, this is certainly correct. The Nubricon just gets evaporated. Yeah, look at this. 55 worse, the mangle weave. Try it, do a Jim Jim. By 80. I end up doing a mall weave there. That was like some scuffed bear weave. And that probably should have been a play for a bite of a roar. But that looked like... Dude, that was over so fast. I gotta like watch it from the start again. My sapper was down. So here I swipe. These swipes, I think, are like reasonably ethical. I think those are some reasonably ethical swipes when like you're gonna maintain rip uptime. You can't get the combo points to bite, and then like you just swipe into 3 instead of shred into 1. I don't think Nerd would approve, but I'm gonna do some napkin math on that. And then I guess I need Glyph of Maul here. I mean, I do end up losing like a tiny bit of rip uptime because of it. I don't know, that's hard to say. I think I played it pretty good though. Super. I do this compared to last. Slightly worse. Did I just high roll last week? What did I do last week? Looks like kind of the same thing. I think it was just that rip being delayed, right? I think I did like one too many swipes. Hard to say, hard to say. My bear weaves were kind of scuffed. That fight is so short. Five stack. I think I brought 3, but I like yeah, I only brought 3. So I should bring way more. I don't think I have a damage calc for cats. Three seven. So it's like half, right? According to this. Is that what it was hitting for in the logs? Yeah, I mean more or less. No such thing as an ethical swipe. I mean, you might be right. I think it probably is still, yeah. I think it is correct to shred there instead of swipe. Not for your personal points, but for raid damage, right? And then those will just die to death and decays. Right? Yeah, I mean, look at how much longer the boss is alive after the ads are dead. The ads die at like 4%. Yeah, like the yeah. Okay. This bear weave was scuffed. Pretty good a noob though, I think. For Lena, I don't think I did any swipes. Dude, some people get like crazy damage on Fairlena. Um, and I just haven't. People are like 8k. Like, what am I even doing wrong on Fairlena? Find out. I don't get the pre-proc. I feel like on these as the fights get super short, like the pre-proc becomes like that much more. Oh, and I didn't pre-pot. Oh, but not pre-potting is fine, I think, cause we don't get a second pot. But I should just pot like here, right? Cause I have like both trinkets going, the gloves and bloodlust. I think my potion my haste pot is late, and then in here I should sapper. I guess my sapper is on cooldown. And there I could have stayed in bear form longer. Do I bite this? I think it's probably correct to bite there. I think that's it. I gotta treat this like a heroic boss rotation. Yeah, okay. So I like scuffed my potion. I like ended up not using it at all. I didn't get an explosive, and I should have done like should have gone for 2 bites. Okay. That's like something to keep in mind. Okay, yeah. So it looks like the breakpoint is around 80 seconds. Angle weave is like 5 DPS worse at 80 seconds. Oh yeah, yoy. Have to. Maybe I'll resim it when I figure out what I'm doing with my gear upgrades. So does that mean my Exna is also a last right fight if the breakpoint is actually 80 seconds? No, my Exna is 70 seconds. But maybe because of the web spray, lacerate is better. Because it ticks during the downtime. My Exna's like jiggling around. Hmm. I think this is like a misplay. This whole sequence here. I have the stun coming up, and what I'm thinking is like, I can refresh my single stack of lacerate before the stun. But I think what was more important here is like, after this bear weave that I do here, right? So I do a bear weave. I should come out with a rip idle, right? I should always come out with rip idle. And then I think I should stay cat and tiger's fury, right? I think like if I tiger's fury there, I think I have enough time to like tiger's fury shred and then not cap rage, and then maybe I get another tiger's fury out. Would I have gotten another tiger's fury on this fight? Five, 38, and then I end up like maybe I get another tiger's fury. Maybe that's like kind of dicey whether or not I do. But I think it was correct to play for it. Here, I don't know why I haven't like used enrage yet. And then there, that idle swap should have been on the back of the bear weave. And then here I had tiger's fury in a second. Oh, this is the clip I was just talking about, I think. I should have been fight. Right, there's like 8 seconds left when I do that shred. So here, I mean, this roar is gonna last me to the end of the fight for sure. So here, instead of Tiger's Fury, I should bite and then Tiger's Fury. Because here I end up... Yeah, here I just end up playing for Rip Refresh, but like there's no way that's worth it. Oh well. How'd I do this week compared to last? Not good. Not good. I hate to see it. And then we go to Saf. I thought my Saf was pretty good. That was my impression of it after the fight. I thought my Saf and KT were better this week than previous. So to confirm, Saf is long enough, right? For lacerates. Yeah. For sure. Go for sure. What is this? Oh no, Hydropoo died. I hate to see it. So again, this was like, should have had Rip, Idle. Then this goes Rip, and then I should swap Shred. Yeah, I think on like the second cat session, like, do Idle swap. Here, look for the back, I can't find it, right? So, then some mangles. And I get this. Then I save the lacerate stacks. Gaming. Do I get my Rip here? Yeah, I do. Yeah, this looked good. This looked good. So here I should Shred Idle swap. Okay, I did it. My Rip and Roar are like pretty tight. What did I do there? Did I miss? Did I not even try and hit lacerate? Didn't realize this happened. Oh my gosh, I end up like just spamming maul and like, oh my first auto was maul, and then I don't have the rage to lacerate, and then lacerate falls off. 25 seconds left, so I mean from here out I just have to mangle weave, right? Refresh rip. And this should be a bite. Yeah, I don't know, looked okay, other than the lacerate stacks dropping. I did more last week. Oh, this is my X now. Yeah. Snake weaving I think is like really really worth it. Really fine. I don't have any issues like with the macros ever working. Testing, starting out with rip, idle, and swapping to shred, idle, GCD after the rip on the dummies right now. So far it has cost me a shred 2 out of 3 times. It should be like during the GCD, right? Not like the GCD after. Because you can like rip and then immediately idle swap after the rip. So it should only cost you like a half-second delay. This is a small sample size though. I don't know. It seemed fine me in raid tonight. Yeah. I mean, you definitely want to. If you just wait the whole GCD, then you're taking like 1.5 seconds for the idle swap. But you only need a half second for the idle swap. Delaying an auto to swap idles. Yeah, you do. But on average, right, if you do a mid cat swap without trying to time it to your swing timer, then just on average you're gonna lose half an auto attack. Right, so you lose half an auto, which I have at like in this sheet I have it at like 1500 damage. And I have the shred idle worth like 570 damage per cast. Per cast of shred. I have the rip idle as like 4700 damage per cast of rip. So if you have like 2 shreds, then you're gonna recoup the cost of the auto attack loss. And then the rip idle is like 3 auto attacks worth. Rip idle just fucks. But you don't. But my point is that like when you're smart about it, there are times where you should idle swap on the back of a bear weave because there's no auto attack penalty, and then other times there are a few times where I think you idle swap in the middle of cat. But I think getting that part of the rotation down is like very low damage gain for the amount of brain power that it takes. It's probably like the lowest priority tech to learn. Normal cat shift idle macro. Yeah, so the way I've been doing it is I use 2 macros to enter cat form from bear. Like I have 2 different macros for bear to cat. I have one which is a snake weave. When I'm in bear form, I have this macro, which will not swap my idols. And then I also have this macro, and this macro will swap my idols. So those are the 2 that I use. Right, if I do the idle swap one, then my idle swaps. If I don't idle swap, then it'll summon the snake. So that's how I've been doing it. Still need to get good. Go KT. Health is odd. We get hit by like 3. I get hit by 3 ice blocks. How'd I do on Kel'Thuzad? Kel'Thuzad is one where I was missing a ice power, so yeah, I still didn't get one. I think this is just the ice blocks messing with me. But let's take a look. The VoD. Hey Ashley. Hello, hello. Well, I could have opened like slightly earlier if I'd been like spawn camping KT. There I clipped a rake. That was like super unnecessary. There's a void zone and I swapped sides. Then I think because we swapped, did we just all get like blasted by the ice bolt? So here I should idle swap, right? That was my conclusion. Dude, I capped so much energy there. I feel like this whole opening section is like scuffed. Okay, so I do an idle swap. Get this. Yeah, so here we get tombed. There I decided to go for a roar to try and get my roar like behind my rip. But then my timers end up like all kinds of scuffed. That block really messed with me. I think it was the block, right? I mean the timers were pretty synced anyways. Yeah, this block is really bad. I have to come out and save the lacerate stacks, and this whole time I'm like capping energy with rip down. And then I don't get the shred, and then I don't get the rip idle on it there. Yeah, and then another one with all the... Yeah, so I think that's just like a combination of bad... Yeah, I think that's just bad RNG. Really, I mean like a couple small mismanagement of my idols, but... Like 3 ice blocks, and that second ice block especially like fucked my rip. And that third one made me lose a bite also. Oh well. The raid is done. I was just watching the VoD back and judging my own gameplay. So I think all in all, tonight was pretty okay. Small mistakes on each boss. Some excessive bites. But just like 1 or 2 errors I feel like on each boss. But some of the errors tonight were like pretty punishing errors. Like not very minor. None of the fights have been like perfectly clean. But reasonably happy with it. The flower shifting on trash felt good. I feel like I got a good chunk of overall damage done with that. If I didn't have to do my tanking duties, I might have been pretty close to Donald. I think I for sure would have been above prep. Probably would have been in between these two. Just below all like the really strong DPS classes, basically. Yeah, that's that. That's the VoD review. If you've watched this far to the end, thank you. Consider dropping a like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/mashpawx. Yeah, shameless plug. Me out. Okay, so now we're gonna figure out what gear, what are we doing with the gear? So let's set the sim up for a 90-second lacerate fight. That's sort of about where we're at. So for sure we're doing leggings of the honored, right? Undo P. We're using these legs. 6 agi socket bonus. I think that's my best socket. Probably. I mean, let's see if we can also make guy work chest guard if there were. These guys are like for sure getting changed to. Holy mother of expertise. Oh, and then I got the cloak, right? Age 20. I mean, I couldn't sim it against Hammerhead. So let's that. What are my upgrades? And the bracers are 213 eye level from the Valor vendor, right? I believe.
I can feel the attack. Hello.
What brings you here?
Straps of the ash. Or straps of the cutthroat. It could be a wrist wrap thing. Could be a wrist wraps of the cutthroat. I mean, that has to be better, right? First wraps of the cutthroat. I'll let it finish simming. Thinking to this. This still gets me like super high expertise. Shame because like there's the what? Oh, the ear gloves. I don't have any nice 213 gloves, right? The only one I could get. I mean, these guys are BOEs. Guys are BOE, but I just don't have like the expertise would be wasted. And I think I have the rapid attack ones in the bank, right? I don't have guys. That swap looks like I need more hit gems. This is still like so much expertise. I can drop a point of I could even drop a point of Primal Fury and still be expertise capped. Kinda hilarious. I mean, this has to be the setup, right? Or we drop Staff of the Plague Hound? Or for Origin of Nightmares? Well, I have Wraith Spear. Could be a Wraith Spear angle. Four set simp now. 26-second. Yeah, the lining up is pretty nice. I agree with that.
What can I do?
I mean, not that I've run it, but I can certainly see it on paper. Dude, I have so much random bullshit in my bank. I'm holding on to all my collective gear so that when I get Journey's End, I can like make a nice screenshot of like, oh wow, fine, like I got Journey's End, and have it be like full collective gear with Journey's End. Yeah, rapid attack gloves. These are I have. Yeah, so nothing,
See you
I
around.
got Wraith Spear. God, I hope I don't, like, enchant... Like, I'm gonna end up convincing myself to put Berserking on Wraith Spear as, like, an intermediate upgrade. Oh wait, no, Wraith Spear is just, like, is just lower, right? Yeah, 187. Yeah. Probably not a Wraith Spear. Get Scourge Pain. Yeah. I mean, you always just want... It's nice, you know, a nice little 4-piece bonus. For wearing your best pieces. Hard to argue with that. I mean, that has to be... Right? Rusting bands would go back to... Going to put a request in our guild bank. Ooh, leveling the Shadow Priest. I've been like doing a bit of leveling of my my horde druid, just on the rested XP. Jim, you play on Fairlina, right? I think I sniffed your logs once. That. Yeah. I'll be running GDKP on Fairlina soon. Soon-ish. Soon TM. I'll have my a freshly leveled rat feral to play with some of my boys on Fairlina. A bunch of my friends from my old guild, they run a GDKP now. So I'm going to get a horde feral up and running. That. Then transfer it to Benny when the faction transfers open for raid splits. And by that point, I'll hoping to have my Fury Warrior leveled up, and then I'll do the Fury Warrior Fairlina. Okay, so it does not like Wraith Spear. That's fine. Oh, it doesn't count the attack, like the feral attack power. That's why it's buffed. So this is what I settled on, right? As my gear set to run. Can I actually just drop a point of this? I just do this. Is that gonna cost me literally any DPS? Take a look. Sure. This. And using one hit epic. 2 reds. That hit epic. Okay, so go red. I mean, can I leave this as hit and do like... Actually, I think I can better. I'll let this finish. It doesn't matter, right? If I do that as hit, I just change all of these. This might the hit from my old set. Okay. So yeah, I can drop an expertise talent. That's gonna make Nerd happy. Yeah, so I should gem like this. This is too many epic gems. All right, I think this is the set right here on this page.
Greetings.
quality.
Be careful.
You east there. Maybe that means I can use thrusting bands on my tank set and put stam on them. Get one step closer to tank bis. I'm gonna put my tank set way over expertise. What? I drop expertise anywhere? My cloak. Okay, let's check my other tank cloak.
Light be with you.
And that one could do. Deadly. Bad. Yeah, I could just go back to this. Cloak of Mastery? Like that, no. Okay, we don't like Cloak of Mastery. Although I'm considering dropping, right this one. So I think I'd just leave the Gale-proof cloak. Do this. This gem ends up as a strength gem. Right, that's what like. Even simming this against. Oh, it's from the expert. Yeah, okay. This is the set.
For the Alliance.
Okay. That was strength, hit, hit. So I don't need to fuck with my dragon's eyes, which is flex under. How many strength gems do I? I think I need a bunch. Four. Look. Or P. Let me just buy those gems before I forget.
May the light embrace you.
I need not the nightmare. enchanted. Right, the whole Capus also has it in the legs, right? Yeah. Need leather working. And like my purchase of the infinite dust didn't go through. And the cloak and thing. Okay, so I just have enough for that.
Remember the lessons of the past.
Yeah, I got those. Let's take a look at the set that Jim gave us. I mean, this is the cloak that everyone wants, right? Yeah, thrusting bands. I think this one's pretty good. Strong-handed ring. Okay. And surge. I mean, you could get the I bet getting the badge ring and dropping one of these guys and then doing hit gems is probably pretty good too. Would be my guess. Yeah, I mean, this set looks pretty reasonable. Definitely a less contested piece. I could certainly imagine running this as like an intermediate set, depending on what you got. Oh, and the
can't carry anymore.
Oh god. I've got too much shit on me. Let's put some gems in. Putting it there.
Inventory is full.
Ah. I will fix my bags. Second. Probably. I guess I could leave this one. I could have left that one as a hit gem and just used candies. That even a strategy. Let's redo my talents now. Real quick. Yeah, I like my bags being messy though. It makes it more realistic.
I am on. Good luck, friend.
Okay, I hope I don't grief my talents. Getting with 2. One here.
I can't attack that target.
Dude, I hate how it always griefs your bars if these abilities aren't macroed. I think just Mangle Cat. That's yeah, that looks like the yeah. Everything else is macroed. My expertise looking good. Dude, 60 PvP binds too. That sounds brutal. Do you use my slot for switching, like for PvP? I guess you probably have your PvP as like your second spec. So it probably works out fine. much are the crystal? I mean, I can just wait for the bank one. I mean, I don't have enough gold. I don't have enough gold to do anything rash. Yeah, I like don't really dabble with the PvP WoW at all. Okay, that's fine. And then my plan for the tank set, right? What is the set? No. So it's just this set, right? Where I could fit the rusting bands. So I don't really need to, yeah, I don't really need to do that yet. Let's find enter.
They can't join our group.
Where is this? Yeah, I feel like the amount of gold you make doing this as an enchanter is like directly related to your server ping. And getting the invites off. Time. Okay, I need to layer. Yes. Did we pump this week? I think so, Emancipator. None of my fights were perfectly clean. None of them were like super bad. I didn't get many upgrades last week, so this week wasn't like so hot on the gear. But some of my parses went up. Robulus went down because it was scuffed. Like we pulled trash with it. Gluth went up quite a bit. Thaddeus, went up quite a bit also. Although the parse was lower. Noth was good. Yeah, yeah, I would say we parsed. I would say we pumped. I don't think anything was like leaderboard worthy. I think maybe I need some more gear. Dude, Lothab was so scuffed. I got griefed super hard on my spore. It was a disaster. A noob. I don't really know why my noob wasn't as good. What are people? I just need to like figure out how people are padding so hard on fair. Get good on that. My ex now made some mistake. I don't know. It was it was pretty good. My Saf was good. Much better Saf this week than before. And then KT we got like I got triple ice blocked and it cucked my rotation pretty hard. Oh dude, that's sick, man. 12k on Thaddeus. Oh no, Jim. What a disaster. Dude, I'm just like not layering. At all. I drop group. MIDI. I think
They can't join our group.
I recognize this name. Was he in my stream before? Did I get like enchants from him? Okay, let's get the enchant from him.
They can't join our group. They can't join our group. They can't join our group.
I'm trying to get it from Schmitty, but this guy keeps inviting me. Oh, dude, Emancipator has it. I got Schmitty. I'll have you do my next enchant, Emancipator. Get some love from the Feral Boys.